I think it's having the freedom to manage your own time, and then also the opportunity to learn, and you can join loads of societies, you can get involved in events, research as well, and having a lot of time to just focus and lock in on that.
You know what you do for the next few years, you can really focus on taking all the opportunities of the library, the mentoring, societies, gym, all these kind of things. Just make the most of it, because when it's gone, you kind of miss it.
I definitely think lean on the tutors. I was probably emailing them like 3 times a week, having a breakdown about things. I really valued that, and I've definitely missed it since leaving. So I'd say if you need help, reach out, because they're absolutely amazing.
I really enjoyed having this structure here, so you knew what is happening on a daily basis. And yes, please talk to your tutors. They are there to help you.
They offer you lots of things. You might regret it if you don't do it. You might not see exactly how it will help you until you do it, because you don't really know what it is, right? You have to do it to see if you get something from it. At least you know it's not going to do any harm, right? Even if you only learn a few things, it's definitely not doing you harm. It looks good on your CV that you can show that you did Viability Award, you were in societies, you did the mentoring, you show that you're like driven, ambitious, interested.
And yeah, if you connect really well with the tutors, they can give you a reference. Claire Henry knew a lot about me, supported me through my dissertation, and had I not lent on her so much, then she would have been able to give such a reflection on how I was, essentially.
When I was a student, I think there was a work experience. So that really helped me. I undertook a phlebotomy course once I graduated. I remember in the module they said phlebotomy is in high demand. So I currently do a bit of phlebotomy now at the moment. So it's definitely helped me in my role today. I think if you can't find like your dream job, you need to try and get your foot in the door. If you want to work for like a healthcare company, how can you get in? And phlebotomy is a course that is in high demand. So it's just worth like upskilling, researching, attending events. Any way you can get into the industry, I would recommend doing so. When it comes to these opportunities, just keep your eyes and ears open for any kind of opportunity that comes around your way. For me, it was volunteering. I was in my second year of studies. One of my lecturers talking about his research, and it was on appetite regulation and obesity. And that's the area I was always interested in. And I just asked, do you have any opportunity for me to join, just to have an experience that just set in my path? So I joined the project, and the publishing paper from that just gave me so much. It just gave me the insight into research. And that is actually what had me decide that I wanted to go to study masters in clinical research. So it just really had me.
You're always going to be nervous because you're never going to know what's going to happen. Like at the job that I took, I was so happy, and then I quit after 6 months because I hated it. You never know, and half the people that apply for jobs aren't qualified enough for them anyway. So if they look at what you sent in and they want to give you an interview, it's also about who you are, not just what you know.
I did an application for volunteering as a primary school teaching assistant because I felt really lost, to be honest. I was very, very lost when it came to the second and the third year of my undergrad because back then there weren't many job opportunities in the nutrition area. So I was panicking. I have 2 children. I'm coming to the end of my degree. What am I going to do? I don't want to go back to work in hospitality full time. That's not why I did my degree. So I was panicking, yes. And I found the volunteering opportunity here, and that set me on the path, as I said. So please take the opportunity. I would just say be open-minded. All the modules are different and there's something to learn from each and every module and that you could use essentially in the future. So just be open-minded, enjoy it whilst it lasts. Like uni is not forever, so just take what you can from it and hopefully you can apply it in your work and your career.
I'd say what helped me the most was just throwing myself into every module. I came to uni as a mature student, I'm 25. I came to uni with a very specific picture in my head of what I essentially wanted to do. And I was quite put off by some subjects, and it was very easy, especially when I went online, to just, close the laptop, not do that, but just throwing myself into all the subjects, even if I wasn't that interested in it at the time, actually showed me that I actually found overall nutrition actually really interesting. Or I really liked applied nutrition, and all of these things that I would have just disregarded had I not tried really hard in every module to at least give it a go. Be open-minded, I guess.
I used quite a lot of the practicals in my job. The biochemistry as well, and the practicals. We have a lab in the clinic and we take turns in running it every evening. So to already have done lab work here is really helping the training at work. And I think the fact that we have such a deep biochemistry grounding, that we understand what we're doing, why we're doing it, what tests we're doing, why. Once you get it, you kind of get it, and it's very useful.
To get where you want to be, to definitely try and upskill as much as possible, undertake courses, even after you graduate, attend events, there's loads of different speakers, there's free events, there's paid events as well. These things I think set you apart when you speak to recruiters. You can just say, oh, I attended this conference, you get into a conversation and you can see that she genuinely does have interest in this field, and also just getting your foot in the door in the industry that you want to be in. Even if it's a part-time role, a volunteering role, and something that you're interested in going into, because experience is also really important.
Don't be discouraged. Anything that is too challenging, think about it, but go for it. To be honest, that's why I'm sitting here today. Public speaking is my enemy. I'm still here.